Director John Watts has responded to Brad Pitt and George Clooney's upcoming action comedy movie Wolves having its planned theatrical run slashed by Apple. The upcoming film stars the pair as two fixers who are forced to work together on the same job, only to realize it's a much larger case than they previously thought. Despite originally being planned for a theatrical release, Apple nixed Wolf's theatrical release in favor of an Apple TV Plus debut. While the movie will play in select theaters on September 20th, it will end up streaming on September 27th. Speaking with Vanity Fair, Watts responded to Apple's decision for Wolves to go directly to streaming, despite initial plans for the Pitt and Clooney movie's wider theatrical release. The director explained how, despite the change, the movie was still made with a theatrical experience in mind, encouraging viewers to see it on the big screen if they're able to. Check out what Watts had to say below. Why Wolves getting a limited theatrical release is disappointing. The movie may have succeeded with a wider release. Earlier in August, it was revealed Apple had made the last-minute decision to alter Wolf's planned theatrical release, instead opting for a limited release despite prior promises of a full theatrical debut. This means the movie will only be in select theaters for a week, aside from its screening on September 1st at the Venice Film Festival. Even though the movie will be reuniting Pitt and Clooney over 2 decades after the success of the Ocean's trilogy, it seems Apple believes the film will perform better at home than on the big screen. While the movie's lack of a wider release is disappointing, especially given Watts' vision while filming, it's unsurprising due to the lack of success for Apple theatrical releases over the last year. Since October 2023, Apple has released 4 feature films in theaters, all of them failing to make their money back at the box office. This includes Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, and Argylle, as well as the current theatrical release of Fly Me to the Moon, which made $40.6 million against $100 million after a month of being in theaters. Despite these box office failures, though, Wolves may have had a higher chance at success because of the familiar pairing of Pitt and Clooney, alongside the pull of Watts' previous work on the MCU's Spider-Man movies. However, since the movie was made with a theatrical experience in mind, it may still translate to a fun experience at home, regardless of the new release circumstances. Although it's unfortunate the movie won't be arriving in theaters, Apple likely doesn't want to risk another box office bomb, even if this movie has a particular draw because of its leads.